Hey everyone, it's Katie from Bobby Hair Studio. Today I'm going to be taking you through how I apply and formulate for a root shadow. This works for a lot of the level 7 and higher blondes, but also if you follow these general rules I'm going to tell you, it can work for almost any head of hair for any type of root shadowing, tapping, smudging, any of those root services. This is my client Emily. She's my cousin, and she's coming to me today for the first time to get her hair fully blonded up as much as possible before her wedding. We want to be as blonde as possible, but still have a really soft root. So I applied her foils, and this is what they look like coming out. I felt like it was important to show you how piecey and chunky I do the blonding here so that you can see how much this root formula works. The way that I've done her hair essentially today, so you get a little bit of an idea, is I've done slice, weave, slice, weave. I've backcombed every piece for a little bit of softness up at the root, and I've done a mohawk section. I've essentially tried to bring this up pretty high, within ½ an inch to1/4 of an inch from her actual scalp and root area. And we're trying to make her as blonde as possible, but still really soft. So this smudge root is really gonna help blend the difference between her natural level 7.5 warm root to those level 9 ends. And I am kind of pulling through a little bit of that lightener through the ends to lift it up a little bit more. So this is what her hair looks like with no root smudge. I'm just starting to apply it, and I do like to use a brush that has a comb kind of on the end of it, or have a comb separately, just to do a little bit of feathering and make it easier to separate my sections. I always start with the parting and then go down towards the back first. Now I do start on the other side of the head, so I'm going to cut that part out because it is kind of impossible to see. But what I'm doing is I'm starting from the back and working my way towards the front and the money piece on either side. My formula today is Schwarzkopf Vibrance 9-42, 9-55, and 7-4. These tones are mostly in the cool and neutral tones with a bit of 955, which is a gold. 942 is a 9 beige ash, 955 is 9 gold, and 7-4 is level 7 beige. It is extremely important in all of your root shadow formulas to have a balance between neutrals and cools. Sticking somewhere in the middle will give you the most natural result no matter what level you formulate on. So if you formulate on a level 7, obviously using colors in the 7s, 8s, and 9s to formulate. If you formulate somewhere in the 4s, then of course using the 3s, 4s, and 5s. I always stick within 2 levels of the natural root and use warm and cool. But essentially the way that I form these root shadows is I go from the darkest area towards the lightest area so that the darkest area has the longest amount of time to process. And then I just feather everything through, comb it through a little bit. And because I only have a level or 2 of difference here, I know it looks a little scary while it processes, but it's going to be a very, very soft result. So while that processes, I'm going to put on my blonde formula, which is Schwarzkopf Vibrance 9-4 and 9-5-5 with 6 volume. And what that is a level 9 beige and a level 9.5 gold. So the gold isn't really yellow gold, it's more of a champagne gold, and the beige is more of a cool beige. So this kind of brings her hair onto the warmer side of neutral. It maintains a very bright color of blonde, and what I like is that whenever I smudge in my root into my blonde toner formula, is it gets that beautiful seamless blend between the 2 colors and it merges them beautifully. So what I think is very important is that you always put on your root smudge first if you have a naturally light colored client. If her base is like a level 7 and above, rule is put on the root smudge first and then the blonding right after. Do not wait, do not let it process all the way, put it on right after. If you have a client with naturally darker hair, I find that putting on the blonde color first gives a little bit of fill to the root area, but it'll allow you to have a better blend between the 2 colors. Otherwise, you might get that root smudge just in that over porous root area. It might just like suck it up and create lines wherever you put the root smudge. So that's why on lighter color hair, I don't mind putting on that root first because I don't have much of a worry in over developing or I don't want to say over processing, but having it go too dark too fast and looking splotchy. And someone's hair who's had a long time to lift and their hair might be more porous, that's when I would put on the blonde color first as almost a barrier so that I can blend the two colors in. Also, I do explain this in a few of my other tutorials. So if you like that, let me know. This is the end result. I know it's a very quick video today. I'm sorry I'm a little rushed, but this is the end result. It's a crazy soft seamless blend. You can still see her money piece. You can still see those blonde foils, but it is such a soft and seamless blend. I hope you guys really like this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you need any more tutorials and formulas below, I love to read your guys' comments. I try to reply as many as I can. And if you haven't already, subscribe and see my other free tutorials all over YouTube. Have a great night, guys.